You can learn so much from analyzing a chess game, even if it's only a 1-minute game. Here in this position, I should have played d5, the whole point being that if you take that, then of course black loses their queen, but instead if you continue with knight b8, then I can take on e6 if you take back knight g5, and this is doing two things. One, both the knight and the rook see e6, and two, the knight is hanging. So if you try and protect the knight, then we simply win the e6 pawn, and we're attacking the rook, and we're also threatening bishop g5. So even if you move the rook, bishop g5 anyway, and black is just suffering here. Rewind a bit, and we get back to d5. What I played instead was knight to e5. And my whole point was after takes, and takes, well, remember when the knight was on f3? It's no longer there, so the light square diagonal is still open now, and I take on h5. My opponent, instead of moving this bishop, they played g6, and a mutual moment of blindness, I could definitely take the bishop. That's totally winning. But instead, I get too creative for my own good, but trust me, you're gonna want to see the art that ensues. We get f5, bishop e3, and now after bishop takes b2, it is actually a little bit of a bait. I wanted my opponent to play this so that I could move my rook to d1. I don't care if they play bishop c3, because in this moment, it is white to play, pause to solve. Art is made. Bishop a6. The idea being that if you take that, then it is mate in one. That is why my rook is on the d file, and this is just chef's kiss. But, of course, you don't have to do that. You could just take the rook on e1. That's what my opponent did for some reason. Queen just takes, and that is also checkmate in one. If black finds the most resourceful idea here, rook d5, then you can simply take, and take. And if you do try for c6, well, don't forget that your pawn is pinned. And if you go here, then bishop f4 check, here, takes, and everything's falling apart. Alternatively, if you try king a8, then there is a beautiful finishing touch. Queen takes e8 check, queen takes, and rook takes e8 mate. And of course, we do have to show the most resourceful line. After rook d5 takes and takes, you can simply take the bishop, queen a8 check, king here, we give a check, you move here, and at the end of this, we still get out our favorite giant fork, queen c6, and we pick up the bishop. White is totally winning. Hope this brightens up your day. Happy learning, everyone.